Hey, what's up everybody? HTG Brian here, back with some more LEGO Star Wars TSS. This is level 38, no Snoke without fire. Story! No trophy achievements found in this video. We do get ourselves a Kyber brick, and we actually went out of our way to make sure that we got one of the 3 challenges. Now, if for whatever reason you don't get it in this video, keep in mind we will be returning to the free play at some point down the road, and we will make sure to get all 3 of those. Now, if you remember, we started off, or actually left off, right here with the Porgs. We're going to follow the old GPS waypoint marker down and around, and we got to find old Master Skywalker. Now, this level in particular has a lot of trudging around in the in-between stuffs, so before the actual level starts, like where we are right now, and as a result, I sped it up ever so slightly, so you might notice my foot speed a little bit greater than yours, but that's just simply because there's so much running around, and it's probably unlikely that you'll spend a lot of time watching or needing help for this particular section. I do feel that later, once we get into the story, there may be a thing or two, but with this free roam in the between, it just kind of guides you where you need to be. So, all right, speaking of which, we need to use the handhelds to get up top and smash the old skylight, drop inside. What's up there, Lukey? He's going to bail on us, and we got to follow him outside, and again, we follow the old GPS waypoint marker. Now, this is actually rather slow. In fact, there's another section once we get into the level that the foot speed is just rather sluggish. It's like we're channeling our inner Sloda. I know. Yoda isn't Sloda anymore. But in retrospect, looking back at the old, TCS days, he was actually quite slow. And I feel like, although this wasn't an intentional homage or flashback, I feel like there is definitely some connections there. All right. Notice too when I shot my blaster there, Luke got a little uneasy and was like, whoa. So we'll keep that holstered for now. We might, psych! Just kidding. All right, we're just making our way, trying to get to that 1.5 million as we are getting closer and closer and closer. I thought for sure we'd be there by now, but we are not. You can see Luke's foot speed speeds up a wee bit, and we get going a little bit gooder. And we'll follow it down and around, collecting every stud in our path, and we're getting pretty close to where we need to be. Whoa. Yeah, this is this is quite the trudgery. Like I said, eventually we slow it down, and he actually asks for, I believe this is when he asks for the blue milk. And we got to go find his apparatus so he can fill it up and take some sips. But we got to keep on with the keeping on. How are you guys loving this game so far? What's been your favorite level? I'm curious. Now, we're also on a planet which I've been making jokes about with people commenting. It's spelled rather oddly and probably pronounced even more oddly. Yep, there's our blue milk straight ahead. We got to go find that buddy here in a second, but we got to take a detour down to the left, and we got to get the mission at hand before we can go and try to scour the land. Basically, my favorite level, I'm trying to think of what my favorite one has been so far. There's actually been so many excellent moments. The humor has kept me on my toes and laughing. There's some more in this that was pretty good. The whole Snoke scene is pretty good. I won't share it with you, but you'll see it once we get there. And just overall, the game has been an absolute blast. The hardest part for me so far has been the recording issues that I've ran into, but that's not even related to the game itself. It's just more of the experience that I have had. But now I have found some resolution with my recorder, and it's been, 10 videos or so since we've had any blips or any issues. So the issue seems to be fixed. It's not the ideal way I'd like to record, but the experience itself has gotten so much better. All right, notice some handhelds up there. We'll be back in the free roam at a later day. But yeah, that's right. Back to my comments. H2, Achu, bless you. All right, hop into the blue halo, and away we go. All right, so sadly, this section popped a copyright, which there was some John Williams music running in the background, and you guys know how I feel about copyright stuff. Like, it's sort of frustrating as a content creator, but the reality of it is that, any work that somebody has produced does belong to them, and in this case, John Williams is a legend, and I do feel like, this was a scene that probably could have done without that background music, but at the same time, it sort of completely completes telling the story. So on that note, I'm going to try to read some of the lines. I know this place. The original Jedi text. Why are you here? Something inside me has always been there. I need someone to show me my place in all this. Hey, she said it. She said it. That's at the beginning. That's on the main menu. Oh, and that's it.
No. Three lessons. I will teach you the ways of the Jedi and why they need to end.
All right. All the hands out there, I want to see you raise your hand if you, in fact, would give the blue milk a try. Now, here's another thing. I'm surprised we haven't seen some gimmicky product come out from like Nestle Quick or somebody that has like already a chocolate milk mix. I would imagine it would be fairly easy to kind of color code that and change it to blue. I might be onto something here. Hopefully y'all don't steal my idea and go get rich off it. Actually, I hope you do, because I would probably check out that blue milk, especially if it tasted like chocolate milk. Although I am lactose intolerant, but that's a whole nother story. All right, following the old GPS waypoint marker, all the way up the hill we go. We're eventually going to get to a point where, well, we got to stop and do some reflecting. And as you might imagine, yes, there will be a blue halo, and it will give us some more of the story. Any minute now? No, I guess we got to go a little bit higher up into the cave. And booyah shout over in the far left side, but not before I grab them studs. Got to get them all. Got to get them all. All right, continuing the story, we go.
Sit down. Reach out. Breathe. What do you see?
The island. There's something else beneath the island. A dark place. It's calling me!
Resist it, Rey. You went straight to the dark.
That cave. I need to see what's inside.
All right, now we have to go follow the Force. And we're actually going to go ahead and jump into the old hole that is, I guess, sort of representative of the dark side. This is a pretty cool scene that we're about to get into here with the reflection and everything. And I got to be honest, I did not make any mistakes, so I only played this once. And although for about 2 seconds I'm a little confused on what to do, it's really cool how they break it down. Like we sort of control sort of out-of-body clone type things that are going on. You'll see here in a hot second. But I really enjoyed this part. The movie itself, this is actually the movie. I think I already mentioned this in a previous video. The Last Jedi is literally the movie out of all 9 that I've watched the least. I don't know why. It's not like it's my least favorite or anything. It's just I watched it when it first came out, and that was it. I've seen all the other ones 2, 3, 4, 5, sometimes 20 times. You get into 4, 5, and 6, and I've seen a lot of them. All right. Now, normally I would advise against jumping into a deep, dark hole out in the middle, well, right next to the beach. But in this particular case, drop it like it's hot, drop it like it's hot. All right, inside the cave, we find ourselves controlling, like I said, more than one of ourselves. Basically, the goal, it's like a little puzzle. You got to get one onto the green, or the red switch, turn it green, and then move the other one. So they sort of mimic your movements. And to be honest with you, this was sort of reminiscent to me playing one of my favorite characters in the game, Apex Legends. I often play as Mirage, and send out fake versions of myself, and then I can kind of control them, or let the game control it too. But I find I fool people all the time with this trickery. So being able to control a guy, even though my main character is like running into a wall or whatever, I know that if I continue to run to the left or jump up, I'll grab the handheld. So a little bit of experience for me, and I found this being pretty easy, actually. So, and we got the guy on the left, or the gal on the left. Now we're going to go ahead and get Rey up top right, and it opens up the old Lego Dimensions portal. Hopefully we don't run into Lord Vortek. No, I'm just kidding. I hope we do. I'd love to see a Dimensions 2, with or without the toys. All right, here we go. We got another blue halo, so let's go.
you'll bring Luke Skywalker to me. Can you see my surroundings?
You're gonna pay for what you did.
I can't see yours.
You're too late. You lost. I found Skywalker.
Did he tell you what happened? The night I destroyed his temple, he had sensed my power. As he senses yours. And he feared it. You're not alone.
Neither are you.
Stop!
Is it true? Did you create Kylo Ren?
And there you go, Ben Swolo. He broke the internet not long ago with those teaser trailers before the game came out. Pretty interesting stuff. Ray's not done giving him a bad time about that either. But I'm already behind. We got Luke Skywalker here. Basically, we got to deplete that meter and get to that moment where he sort of tells us the story. And guess what? That was pretty quick and easy. We're already there.
What happened?
I thought I could train him. I could pass on my strengths. Snoke had already turned his heart. And he turned on me.
If I go to him, Ben Solo will turn.
Ray, don't do this.
Then he is our last hope.
I'm ending all of this.
Lost Ben Solo, you did. Lose Ray, we must not.
All right, we're officially in the Falcon, and oh no, space battle! This time, I'm engaging. Last time we quit and left the area to go ahead and make a save in between videos, and when I returned, the space battle was gone. So we're going to go ahead and earn some studdage and take out all of the locals that have the red squares or red triangles pointing towards them, and oh, to the yeah. Now, hey, is there maybe a little connection between what we just saw there, you know? I guess what I'm getting at is that there's this whole, like, who struck first, like, depending on who tells the story, Ben or Luke. It kind of reminds me of, like, the Han and Greedo scenario, like, who shot first, who, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like there's maybe some sort of homage there. But, all right, space battle complete. We're going to go ahead and pull up our galaxy map and pull up Crate and head into the Crate space area. Now, once we pull up, we're actually going to just literally double thruster it over into the blue halo and launch the mission, which is called No Snoke Without Fire. We're officially there. I can't believe it. And I do wonder why they put us so far away from some of these starting points. Like, it doesn't take long or whatever, but I wonder why they made it so far away. All right, air brakes, and go ahead and launch in and cue the level.
You don't have to do this.
All right, so this is another one of those sections that I have sped up the old foot speed here just ever so slightly just to kind of get through here. Now, if you are playing along, make sure you pay attention to the dialogue. If you're watching, make sure you're reading the old cutscenes. She makes a comment coming up like right here about his attire. Yeah, is this what you always wear? We're meeting the Supreme Leader. I've dressed appropriately. So here's what's interesting. So she's referring to the old Ben Swolo with his shirt off that we saw in a cutscene a little ways back. And in this particular section, he has his shirt on, which in the movie, I'm 99.9% sure that he's also shirted up. But in this particular case, I just thought it was hilarious that she was giving him a hard time about it. Once we get all the way to the end of the hallway, you're going to need to use the Force to go ahead and rip open the door. Once it's open, go ahead and advance your way through, and we actually don't have that restriction of slowness anymore, so no more slowda for us. We're going to run all the way to the door here and notice that it's locked. Kylo makes a comment about, my maintenance staff, if they'd only get their job done. So we got to rip this panel off by simply cutting out any kind of square, shape, circle, whatever. I'll get there eventually. And then we got to pull out the old core. Drop it like it's hot and smash it like it's not. That's right, because it wasn't hot. We could just go ahead. Now you're going to want to toggle over to old Rey and jump up and rip down this handle, which is actually going to reveal a nice little, it's another one of those power nodes. Go ahead and get the funny angle removed, as you can see there. I wasn't getting the prompt there. I finally got it to press Soicle. And we go ahead and rip it out, and there's a nice little cinematic scene there that messes up the old kitchen. And there's a new show on TV. I can't remember what it's called. It's got like Rat in the Kitchen or something like that. I feel like we might have been the rat in that scenario. All right, go ahead and place the old power core in its place. And I'm going to go ahead and grab a few studs before we advance through here. Once we get into the elevator, it actually queues up the final cutscene before the big battle. And this is where we get our challenge. I'll address that as soon as we get through this cutscene.
Young Rey. Come closer, child.
You underestimate Skywalker. And Ben Solo. And me.
You have the spirit of a true Jedi. My worthy apprentice, son of darkness, heir apparent to Lord Vader, fulfill your destiny.
I know what I have to do.
Whoa!
All right. It's time to get our Praetorian guard smashing on. And I'm sure I slaughtered that name, so feel free to insert comments down below telling me how bad at pronunciation I am. All right, we're going to go ahead and try to take these guards out in under 5 minutes. That's right. In fact, my total time is 3 minutes and 57 seconds. So I have faith that you guys can do this too. Now, the reason we chose to grab this particular challenge now versus later is because there's a good chance that this might be affected when trying to get mini kits and other things later. So it was sort of suggested by a couple of our viewers, actually, that some of the time-based challenges should be completed in story because of the fact that it might have the it just might affect our overall time, right? So like if you got to get collectibles and you got to get a challenge done within a certain time frame, you might not be able to get all those collectibles and beat that time on the same go. And although we've got a plan for the ones that we've already missed, we might have to like load in, get the time, save and quit, load back in and get the mini kits, right? So although it's one video, we're going to have to sort of play the level twice. And moving forward, even though we only got about, what, 6-7 videos left, we're hoping to avoid that for future stuff. So, but we're basically just kicking the teeth into these guys, which got red on them. And like I said, I do it in under 4 minutes. So I feel like as long as you guys are aware of the challenge and trying to beat these guys, under 5 minutes should be pretty easy. And if for whatever reason you don't make the 4-minute or 5-minute mark, we'll return in free play. And by then, you'll have a whole bunch of extra Kyber bricks. You'll hopefully have the 2x stud multipliers. We're going to go grab a data card here pretty soon. In fact, as soon as we finish story, that's our first priority. We're going to go grab a data card and purchase a 2x stud multiplier. Unless we have enough studs or are close to getting that 4x. It would make more sense if we have the cheese to get the bigger one because we'll collect faster. But at the same time, you know, 2x is going to be plenty, and we'll go ahead and stack it up. But essentially what I'm getting at is here, you might be able to upgrade some of your classes, make your character stronger, maybe give yourself an ability or whatnot. And you might find that, like, other characters have easier attacks. Like, I don't know how the blasters will work in this particular scene later, but as both of our characters right now are wielding sabers, right? So I don't know how that'll work out. Some of you guys have already finished the game completely. Some of you have finished the story, so you might have some insight on that. And feel free to drop some comments down below if you have played this level in free play. By no means am I asking you to finish story and go fire up free play immediately without completing all the rest of the story and the other previous free play levels first. But if you happen to know some info, drop it down below. That'd be helpful. All right, we're getting pretty close. You can see the meter is getting depleted. We only have, 2 more shields left, so we'll go ahead. And if you haven't noticed, too, it's pretty much toggling back and forth each time we crack a shield. Another Apex term for you. But we're getting close. That meter is pretty depleted, and I'm looking at my timeline here in my editor, and we've only got about 45 seconds or so before we should be about done. Now, all those studs in the background, I missed out on so much studdage. In fact, we missed out on even getting the silver stud status. Boy, that's kind of a tongue twister. Now, there's also a challenge, too. I'm assuming that you're going to use the Force to go ahead and lift them up. But there's these shafts right there, like behind us right now. You can actually yeet one of the guards down the shaft. That is another challenge. So if you're trying to get them all now, you can go ahead and try that one as well. But I'm not sure how easy that is. And we'll have a method for it when we return in that free play. All right, last guy. Spam, 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 spam. All right, as soon as they're all gone, we're going to go ahead and be gone too.
The fleet! There's still time to save the fleet!
Rey! I want you to join me. We can rule together and bring a new order to the galaxy.
Don't do this, Ben.
Join me.
Holdo's loading the crew into shuttles. She's going to abandon ship. Did you find the master code breaker?
Well, we found a code breaker.
You can actually do this, right?
Cloaking our approach, we should be off their scopes.
Woot! Level complete. Free play unlock. That's right, we got that Kyber brick and the access to the free play version of this level. No studs well, I should say no Kyber bricks from the studs. We did get studs. We got quite a few of them, actually. And we did get that Supreme Loser Challenge, despite the fact that it didn't show on screen while we did it. I was a little concerned until I got to the final totals here, but we did. We got it. No mini kits found in the making of this video, and I won't lie, as we're about to ring off a couple of characters, I am getting a little uneasy at how close we're getting to this enemy ship in front of us. In fact, as soon as I get a chance, I sort of lean to the right. I should have pulled the Han and leaned to the left, but I went to the right, which actually targets the next area. And although it might seem like we're going to load in right now, that's not what's happening. Guess what, guys? That is going to wrap it up for level 38. No Snoke without fire story. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to click that like button down below. Check us out on social media. HappyThumbsGaming.com is available for your viewing pleasure too. As for me, that's going to do it. As always, until next time. So